Hey, what's going on, everybody? Big Slam back again. And I just have to talk about this Cowboy news. I know it happened like 4 or 5 days ago, whenever it did happen, but the Cowboys signed Lyle Collins, the offensive lineman from LSU, who is an absolute monster. The kid was supposed to be a top 10 talent, if I'm not mistaken, and he falls all the way out of the draft completely. And it's for a very good reason, to be honest with you. No team really wanted to touch him because his girlfriend was just murdered, and the police just wanted to talk to them. They made that very clear that he was not a suspect in the case, but they did want to talk to him. I mean, anytime somebody's significant other is murdered or anything like that, the first person they want to talk to is the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the husband, the wife, whatever it may be. That's the first person you're going to talk to. But they did talk to him. It turns out he's not a suspect. Now, things can change very quickly, with more information that the police get, whatever. But as of right now, he's not a suspect. They just wanted to talk to him, and that's exactly what happened. Now, the day he signed, I read a story about how this all came about. This kid was getting recruited by a bunch of NFL teams. I know Rex Ryan from the Buffalo Bills flew down to Louisiana, took the kid out to dinner, tried to talk him into signing with the Buffalo Bills. Turns out that didn't happen because he signs with the Dallas Cowboys. And the night before, Jerry Jones had a dinner at his house, and there was a bunch of players there, and Coach Garrett was there, Romo, Witten, the usual suspects that you would think would be there were there. And he signs with the Cowboys, 3 years, 1.5 million, and the Cowboys had the best draft, if you ask me. I'm sorry. I know they didn't get a running back. I know this, but we're going to talk about that in a minute or so. But to steal Gregory in the second round, now, yeah, he comes with some risks, whatever, and you get Byron Jones in the first round. I mean, you got three guys that were top 20 picks. Really, I know Byron Jones may have not been a top 20 pick to you, but on the Cowboys draft board, he was, and they got him at 27. So take that for what it's worth. They got a lot of talent out of this draft, and if these guys can keep their nose clean and stay on the football field, they won the draft hands down, in my opinion. Now, what I wanted to talk about running back wise was story came out a day or two ago. I can't remember where I read it. I think it was from the Twitter account of NBC Sports. But Jerry Jones said that he would give up a first round pick for a blue chip running back or a blue chip defensive player. And we all know who that blue chip running back he's talking about. The guy he's wanted for a long time, and the guy who wants to come to the Cowboys for the last year or two, Adrian Peterson. I mean, just the thought of Adrian Peterson behind the offensive line of left tackle Tyron Smith, Lyle Collins at left guard, because that's where he will play, center Frederick, right guard Martin, and right tackle Doug Free. Those are some big, big dudes that can move a pile. Just ask DeMarco Murray how these guys move piles, all right? So that is a sick thought. That would be unbelievable. But here's the catch. I personally I won't be mad if they did make the trade, but I don't want them to. I want them to stick to their plan and go and just keep drafting good players in the first round like they've been doing. You give away a first round pick, man, you're losing a lot because Adrian Peterson is in his 30s. So to get a 30-year-old running back, we all know the decline of 30-year-old running backs. It's natural. Now, maybe Adrian Peterson is just a freak because the dude came back after, like 8 months off an ACL surgery and just goes out and wins the rushing title. But anyway, I don't want them to do it, to be honest with you. Like I said, I won't be mad if they did it, but I kind of want to just stick to their plan because Jerry Jones takes a lot of heat for being the GM of the Cowboys and them not being in the playoffs consistently. But I think that tune is changing. I think you could bet on the Cowboys being in the playoffs this year. For real. I mean, with this offensive line, I don't see defenses consistently stopping us all game long. I just don't see it. I don't see it, especially if the offensive line and Romo can stay healthy. Now, we all know Romo's got a bulky back, and it is what it is. I mean, the guy takes one shot in the back, good. You never know. But if he can stay healthy, I see this team going into playoffs. I see this team winning the division because I don't know who's going to challenge. Is it going to be the Eagles with Sam Bradford? I have no clue. But we'll talk about playoffs and things like that down the road. I'm getting a little too excited about that right now. But in all honesty, it looks good. It's a great signing. And like I said, if they did trade for Adrian Peterson, I wouldn't be mad, but I want them to stick to the plan. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.